Hi there, Steve. It's Sarah Orchard here from BBC Radio 5 Live. I'm sure you're getting excited about tomorrow. First of all, could you just talk us through your selection decisions, how hard it was, and also the decision choosing between Richard Wigglesworth and Ben Youngs to start?
Yeah, well, I think that it's great that there's competition developing throughout our squad. We want to have competition in every position, and I've gone on record of saying that. As far as I'm concerned, I want the best 80 minutes from each position on the field. Who starts, who comes on, and then completes the game. It's sometimes, in some cases, neither here nor there. And sometimes, so I just want the best 80 minutes, and the players understand that role. What they need to do. Ben, in the semi-final against Ulster, Ben came on and won that game from the finishing that game. I thought it was tremendous. So I think it's great that we've got quality players.
From your analysis of Montpellier, what can you tell us about how they play, who their real danger men are, and how you're going to beat them?
Well, I think they're clearly an excellent team, and they're packed full of dangerous players. And I think if you focus too much upon the opposition, then that can be damaging for yourself, because there are threats right across the board from Montpellier. They're in a rich vein of form, playing exceptionally well. So what we're going to do, we focused very much upon keeping focus on ourselves and what we need to do in the game. That's been very much the centre of our attention.
And Steve, you have a huge bank of experience now as a player and a coach when it comes to finals. Are there any lessons or instructions that you are giving in the build up to this final that you've learned from your time?
Well, I think you come to the games, the big games, the more important the basics are, the fundamentals are. The more significant that they are, and because the games at this level are usually decided by a few key moments. You just got to keep making sure you keep getting the basics right over and over again, and that's something, since I started at Leicester, something we've tried to instill. We've got some way to go on our journey. We're still early, but we're working hard to make sure that we are consistent at the basics.
And lastly, will you enjoy the 80 minutes or perhaps more, or will you be tense? How do you generally watch these games?
I feel very privileged to do what we do, especially through this last 12 months where we've been able to continue playing rugby, doing what we love doing, when a lot of people have not been able to. So I feel greatly privileged to do it. So I enjoy what we do.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Okay, Adam, a couple of questions for Steve, please.
Great. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Adam.
You touched on it there with Richard Wigglesworth and Ben Youngs there, how you will hope that they work in tandem over the 80 minutes. Just tell us what they offer, in your view, that makes them work well in tandem together, what they can offer differently, the kind of continuation they can offer over the 80 minutes that makes them such a decent pair together.
Yeah, well, I think that, so right throughout our squad, we want players that we have competitions for the places, and we have players who offer us different elements. But the biggest thing I'll say is that if you talk about those two players, the similarity, that they are people who are desperate to win, desperate for this team to go forward, and it's great that we have those players in our squad, and we've got a lot of them. So they're all looking forward to this game tomorrow.
When you pick a team for a final, Steve, I don't know whether this was the kind of case that had been planned out over several weeks, or was this the kind of thing that when you're picking names to go into a showpiece, it's a 3, 4, 5 hour long meeting with the rest of your coaching team? How many selection headaches were there?
As the usual process we go through in the selection plan each week, we want to pick the best 23 to win the game against the opposition we're playing. That's the simple parameters we go by.
What mindset do you want for your players to have going into the game tomorrow?
Well, clearly, whenever we come to the game, whenever we play any game, I want us to go and aim to win the game. That's always what our objective is. But again, what do I want to do? We're playing against an excellent team. a team packed full of talent, and we come into this game as huge underdogs. I don't think anybody really thinks Leicester Tigers, a team that finished the bottom of the Premiership just a few months ago, has got a chance against the team that's got I don't know how many millions of pounds worth of players and squad and the budget they operate off. So we will go into the game we want to win. But I want to make sure that every game we play, we put in a performance that moves us forward and is a performance our supporters can be proud of. What's
final day going to be like for you, Steve? Are you going to have a bit of time to yourself? Are you going to get out on the bike? Anything like that beforehand? Are you going to have some time to yourself? What's your plan tomorrow?
Be consistent with normal match day that I normally go through, with the preparation with the team we go through. So it's, I think generally everything's been pretty consistent in terms of our preparation.
Brilliant, Steve. Thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Adam.
Okay, thanks, Adam. Thanks, Sarah. Okay, now moving on to content for tomorrow's edition. So